The Philadelphia Eagles are aiming for 4 more games this season as they begin their pursuit of the Super Bowl against the Green Bay Packers in the National Football League Wild Card round on Sunday, January 12. Should the Eagles advance past the Packers, they will compete in the divisional round against either the Tampa Bay Buccaneers or Washington Commanders. A victory in that round would lead them to the NFC Championship, placing them 1 game away from the Super Bowl. This Eagles team has demonstrated commendable performance throughout the season, fulfilling all expectations. There is hope for a deep playoff run. Following the conclusion of the playoffs, the Eagles will face challenging decisions. While they are expected to acquire new players in the upcoming offseason, some current players may be on the move as well. Fansided's Devin Platana identified 4 players who might not return next season, including popular running back Kenneth Gainwell. The 2024 season marks Kenneth Gainwell's 4th year with the Eagles after being selected 150th overall by the franchise in 2020, Platana stated. Although his performances may not mirror those of Saquon Barkley, the veteran running back has been a dependable backup capable of contributing as both a runner and a pass catcher. Unfortunately, Barkley's arrival and 3-down reliability have led to a reduced role for Gainwell this season. The former Memphis Tigers' usage has significantly decreased compared to 2023. As of Week 18, his offensive snap share dropped from 41% to 25%. He has averaged only 4.9 touches per game this year, down from 7.1 last season, resulting in a career-low total of scrimmage yards. With Barkley now leading the backfield, Gainwell may become expendable this offseason. Despite being a fan favorite, Gainwell could find greater opportunities elsewhere. His 4-year, $3.8 million contract concludes at the end of this offseason, and it would not be surprising if he sought a larger contract and more playing time. On Tuesday afternoon, the Eagles waived quarterback Ian Book. This move suggests that the Eagles anticipate starting quarterback Jalen Hurts, concussion, will be available for their playoff game against the Packers on Sunday. Book was signed to the practice squad on December 26, shortly after Hurts sustained his concussion, and was elevated to the active roster on December 28. He served as one of 3 quarterbacks during the last 2 weeks while Hurts was sidelined. By releasing Book, the Eagles likely expect their remaining 3 quarterbacks Hurts, Kenny Pickett, and Tanner McKee to be in uniform for the wild card round on Sunday at 4:30 p.m. The third quarterback must be on the 53-man roster to take advantage of the emergency quarterback rule, which allows the third QB to remain inactive but available if the top 2 quarterbacks are unable to play. The Eagles will return to the field on Wednesday afternoon, and it appears likely that Hurts will participate in practice for the first time since sustaining a concussion on December 22. Hurts, 26, suffered the concussion early in the game against the Commanders and exited after only 12 snaps. He has missed the last 2 games. Head coach Nick Sirianni has been reserved in discussing the concussion but has indicated that Hurts is making progress through the NFL's concussion protocol. This also seems to signal positive news for Pickett, who has been managing a rib injury. Pickett broke his ribs during the game against the Commanders and played into the second half against the Cowboys before being sidelined. McKee completed the Cowboys game and started in Week 18. Philadelphia Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts has not played since the December 22 loss to the Washington Commanders due to a concussion, but there is reportedly optimism regarding his availability for Sunday's playoff game against the Green Bay Packers. Multiple sources in contact with Hurts have expressed optimism about him playing against Green Bay, but it ultimately hinges on whether he can progress through all stages of the protocol, including clearance by an independent neurological consultant, ESPN's Tim McManus reported on Tuesday. The Eagles subsequently waived quarterback Ian Book, which was interpreted as a positive indication for Hurts' availability this weekend. Hurts' status heading into the game is a significant storyline, particularly given the unsettled situation regarding the backup quarterbacks. Kenny Pickett replaced Hurts against the Commanders and started the subsequent game against the Dallas Cowboys before sustaining multiple hard hits to his rib injury, leading to his replacement by Tanner McKee. McKee then started the season finale against the New York Giants and helped the team secure a victory. McManus noted that head coach Nick Sirianni did not confirm whether McKee or Pickett would serve as the backup to Hurts on Tuesday. While the other 2 options gained some experience towards the end of the season, Philadelphia's Super Bowl aspirations likely depend on Hurts' availability. The dual-threat quarterback completed 68.7% of his passes for 2,903 yards, 18 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions, while also contributing 630 yards and 14 rushing touchdowns this season. Opposing defenses often face difficult choices between defending Hurts and running back Saquon Barkley, complicating their efforts to contain the Eagles. This dynamic was evident in the season-opening victory over the Pack. "My dad definitely wanted me to play. Selfishly for him, You have to consider it. However long it took, whether a year or another 40 to 50 years, your last name would have been associated with it, Barkley stated. I understand his perspective. Ultimately, however, the priority is winning football games, and he instilled in me the importance of team. He can have his selfish moment, but he will get over it. Barkley has been open about his personal ambition. Following a training camp practice in August, shortly after transitioning from New York to the rival Eagles on a 3-year, $38 million contract that the Giants were unwilling to match, Barkley candidly expressed, "I want to be the best of all time." He significantly advanced this goal by achieving one of the most remarkable seasons for a running back in NFL history in 2024, becoming only the 9th player to surpass 2,000 rushing yards in a season. Earning the moniker 2K, a title Barkley shared on social media shortly after reaching the milestone against the Dallas Cowboys in Week 17 required immense effort. The Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania native progressed from being a high school backup to a star at Penn State and then to the Giants' number 2 overall draft pick. His career includes Pro Bowls and triumphs, as well as contract disputes, disappointing seasons, and severe injuries, notably a torn right ACL, which he partly attributes to a determination to prove his critics wrong, an experience that influenced his mindset during his return to MetLife Stadium in late October. Barkley is acutely aware of the effort that went into this ascent and, as an avid student of the game and its history, recognizes the significance of surpassing Dickerson for his legacy in the NFL. Barkley has quickly endeared himself to his new teammates by adopting a humble approach and placing their needs above his own. Notably, he declined the opportunity to achieve a personal best in single-game rushing yards against the Giants, expressing to Coach Sirianni that he preferred to see the young guys eat. Such gestures have left a lasting impression during his career, exemplified by the time he won a gold medal in the 100-meter finals for Whitehall High School and subsequently gifted it to a female competitor whose medal was taken due to a timing error. At Penn State, he would consistently tip wait staff whenever fellow students or fans bought him drinks, despite his attempts to remain inconspicuous. Barkley acknowledges those who have contributed to his success, including a running backs coach who provided timely encouragement, a strong offensive line, and star players like A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, and Jalen Hurts, who sacrificed individual statistics for his benefit. His support network, led by fiancée Anna Congdon, has been instrumental in his recovery from a severe knee injury, during which he had to relearn how to walk as his physical condition declined. You experience challenges, whether they are injuries or contract negotiations. These situations often weigh on you more than you realize as you strive to be a superhero and Project Toughness, Barkley told ESPN. It's not easy to face battles alone. It's much easier with support, and surrounding yourself with a strong team is crucial. As a player, being part of a great team allows me to demonstrate the type of athlete I am. This principle applies to life as well. The overarching theme of the season has been prioritizing the collective good over individual accolades. Thus, it is fitting that he concluded the regular season on the sidelines, focused on the Eagles' title pursuit, which begins Sunday against the Green Bay Packers in the NFC wildcard round, 4:30 p.m. ET, Fox. That's what I tell my family, Barkley stated. We didn't come here, and I didn't sign here, to break Eric Dickerson's record. We came to win a Super Bowl. Eagles running backs coach Jemal Singleton refers to his meeting space as the dungeon. This small, windowless room on the first floor of the South Philly practice facility adjoins the weight room. The thin walls allow loud music from the defensive players' workouts to permeate the space. It contains some workout equipment, a whiteboard, and a horse-shaped coin bank where players contribute money throughout the year to support the homeless during Christmas. Otherwise, the room is relatively sparse. Singleton chose this setting for a one-on-one discussion with Barkley following training camp, believing that his star running back required some encouragement. Singleton has been coaching since 2000 and joined the NFL in 2016. He considers Barkley the top running back he has assessed, noting Barkley's exceptional ability to evade defenders, characterized by a unique combination of size, speed, power, agility, intelligence, and instinct. However, Barkley had recently experienced a high-profile fallout with the Giants, highlighted by HBO's Hard Knocks, where general manager Joe Schoen outlined the rationale against giving Barkley a significant contract, even advising him to explore the market, in action Barkley later described as a slap in the face. This concluded a prolonged and unproductive negotiation process spanning 2 off-seasons. Speculation arose regarding whether the 27-year-old running back had lost a step, which he became aware of through social media. Saquon has a strong sense of self-confidence. He understands his abilities, said James Watt Jr., a longtime friend and member of Barkley's management team. However, experiencing injuries and encountering negative commentary on social media can impact one's mindset, necessitating a mental reset to remember one's capabilities and the journey that led to this point. Having developed a rapport with Barkley over the spring and summer, Singleton felt a motivational conversation was warranted. I imagine being in his position. His personal journey was portrayed through televised conversations, and it was a topic of public discussion, Singleton stated. I would feel out of place, as if I were discarded by the team that drafted me. Such a situation is challenging to navigate. I needed him to understand the confidence I had in him and recognize his potential as a player. I simply told him, "You are the highest rated player I have ever evaluated. If I had to choose my number one running back, it would be you. I am fortunate to work with you in this room now." He needed that reassurance.